Hey everybody, Anthony Dodge, and I'm just getting ready to do box 2. It's only been 10 seconds since the previous, the epilogue to the previous video was finished. So I've got to take this camera back over there, set it up, and do everything all over again. So let's just get right to it. I don't know how long this is going to take. So here's box 2. Okay, so I have box number 2. Now these were not numbered, they're just 3 came today and I'm going into them, and so it's the second one I'm opening. I already removed the paper so I could go straight into opening it and not bother fidgeting with all the, but already it's overwhelming. So if I'm not jumping up and down, it's because it's overwhelming, both the beauty of some of these pieces and the fact that I have them, but also to a degree that I have them and that somebody else's collection is now mine. You know, I didn't collect these. I guess in a way I'm collecting them now, but you know, as you will see, I know a little bit about the German rail system, but only Era 6 stuff, and I'm trying to learn, and a lot of people try to help me learn. Jean Ricard, Raymond Legs, EFO, and so many others, but those are the 3 that come immediately to mind because they're always there to help educate me when I ask. And I'm trying to learn, and I am just blown away by, I mean, this is a history, and it's not just a history of a railway company. It is the history of a person who collected this stuff. And that overwhelms me. But I guess I thought I would share my thoughts as I'm going through this. So let's see what's in the second box. Because I know some of the stuff in the first box has more that goes with, and it's just, you know, Herb is trying to pack these in as few boxes as possible, and he packed these wonderfully well. So if I can pop this up to you, this is all kinds of beer wagons on the top here and some other freight, but this is, there's just so many cool variations here. I could run a 200 car beer train right now. So let's just go through them here. And we got a Hofbräu, yeah, it is Hofbräu, München, the Hofbräu House, the royal beer wagon. The Süddeutsche Zeitung. Now, in case you didn't know this, Herb was a Bavarian, so a lot of southern German Bavarian bits here. Again, I think I'll just have to take pictures of these because I can't tell if this camera's focusing. This camera depresses me. Okay. How do I put this where I show both the positive and, I don't want to say negative, the negative is about me. I am not a shunter train guy, and we already saw I had an 060 and an 040, one of which, sadly, a steamer I can't run. But here we go. You have to have one of these, a little 060 Deutsche Bahn shunter. And so whether you want one or not, you got one now. You know, now, hey, I bought the collection. That's what it's all about. So I would have never gone out and bought one of these on my own, but I kind of just did, didn't I? These are ubiquitous in everybody's train collection in the American world. So yeah, that's very cool. I don't find these attractive as locomotives, but it's cool to have one. I don't know if that makes sense. I guess I'm not going to be able to explain it very well, but very cool. I'm hoping this one is digital and will work. If I can talk it into going back into the box here. That little tab wants to be difficult. There we go. looking like a Yutz on live camera. So cool. Set that over separately. Bordeaux. So I don't know, is that wine? Trix Express, but yeah, it's caskets again. But Bordeaux, I think of now. It's obviously a town in France, but it's a type of wine named after that type city and region in France. But these are so cool. They just have such character, you know. The beer. Speaking of which, I'll just grab this one out. This is okay. They're in here. What's the brand? Okay, it is Lowenbräu, as we say in America, Löwenbräu. More. So these are just too cool. I'm digging those. Polana Bräu. I actually have. I don't have this exact one, but I do have a Polaner beer car. So we'll do that. Hackerbräu München. Yeah, gee. A German from Bavaria likes his Bavarian beers. Go figure. I don't even know where to begin. There's just so many cool, and my problem is I do want to open them up and play with them, but for the video I just want to show them. Another Purcell. What would you call that? It is Tillich HO. A Purcell Era 2. But it's kind of it's a boxcar basically. It's a boxcar, but sort of compared to what I know in American boxcars, it's about half the height. I don't know if that's still called a boxcar or not. I don't know the train nomenclature, folks. So hopefully you're not all sitting there going, "Oh, idiot! It's called this," or you know. Oh, nice! I got more of these. I've got a gondola flatbed train together now. That's cool, and I could put all sorts of things in there. Could put these with that, the red Deutsche Bahn ones I have, as well as the yellow HF Viba rake of gondolas, and then this, and there was another one below it, so it's a twofer. So yeah, I've got a gondola train now, and that was one thing I was just talking to Joyce about, that I would like to have sort of different types of freight, you know, do an all tanker, you know, that's one thing I'm starting to look at, is some tankers for that. Okay, another Lufthansa. In case you didn't know, I believe Herb, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, but Herb worked for Lufthansa. I think he was in the airline. I know he was in the airline industry, but I think he worked with Lufthansa and came to Canada working for them. But he can correct me either privately or publicly. That's cool. Another boxcar from Bild. They just call it a Güterwagen. But from Bauer, yeah, and I didn't even mention that. A lot of these are from Bauer. Bauer was, it was around for a while, but not nearly as long as some of the other companies. And they were well reputed, from my understanding, what little I have heard and read about Bauer. Because somebody asked me about Bauer models once, and I didn't know, so I looked it up, and they're technically still in business, but it's not the family. It's somebody else owns the name and releases some occasional stuff in it, from what I understand. Die Welt, which is a magazine, newspaper. That's very cool. Oh, speaking of tankers, got a lot of Purcell, or Persil. We even had this soap in America. I think it's still around, but not as often. But I remember as a kid, you would see this in and advertised on American TV as well. I don't know if it's a British or a German company, or none of the above. Let's just keep going with the beer cars here. All right, happy combination. It's beer and a tanker. It is an Augustiner Bräu. Let's stop mixing German and English. Either pronounce it all German or all English. Augustiner Bräu. I actually know where that. I've visited that brewery. Another Oktoberfest car, so kind of cool. And again, if I notice on replay these are not showing up nicely in the camera, I will post pictures of them up. Aha! So this is a little mix. Does this all go together? Yep. So this is an auto transport car. I've never seen one like this, and the cars are in fact in here. One of them, the tires are in there. I was going to say it's missing its axles, but no, it isn't. It's in there. Its bottom fell off. But these would fit on top like that. So that's kind of cool. And it's all metal too. There's not a piece of plastic on here. Everything's metal on that. So that's very cool. I like that. Again, it's new. I've never seen something like this. So when I see something I've never seen before, I usually enjoy it. You know, obviously there are some exceptions to that rule, but when it comes to model trains, different is cool. Even if it's, see those all the time in Germany. Oh, not for me. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, it's more Hocker Shore. So another beer tanker. So very cool. And then just a plain oil tanker, Arl. I've got an Arl, so this is nice. I can put a couple, but definitely earlier era here, Arl. Certainly not around by that name anymore that I'm aware of. Oh, where do we go? Where do we go? Okay. Who's this one? Oh, this is older Piko too. Look at that is not the Piko logo I'm used to, or even some of the older ones I've seen. So this is sort of a mixed era, but it's a Shell tanker right there. Very cool. So again, I wanted tankers. I have a lot of Era 4 or 5 tankers here. That's cool. And oh yeah, what's this? I like that. It is a covered, is it a tarpaulin car? Yeah, maybe I'll take it out and see. Come on, come on. I'm trying to be gentle with these, and they don't want me to be gentle. Oh no, it's just got, it's a coal wagon, and that's the insert. I wasn't recognizing it from up above, but I have my first coal. It's a coal wagon. My first official coal wagon. I have now entered a new world. I have never had a coal wagon. Now I do. Very nice. Very cool. These all get a nice little cleaning and oiling as time allows over the winter months coming up. Because there's a lot to go through, and considering this is only the second box of 8 to come, it's mind-boggling. This is, I mean, I'm only halfway through this box right now. There's still a lot more here. Maybe I should speed it up, but little gondola, another little gondola, old Märklin. I shouldn't say old like that, because somebody will say, pfft, no, it's from the 70s, that's not old. You know, Märklin has been making model trains for 120 years or so. But very cool. Very cool. Another gondola car, flatbed gondola. Okay, another Hocker Shore. Herb, I'm going to assume you kind of liked Hocker Shore. I know I've had it. I just don't remember if it was one of the beers I really loved or just thought was okay. But very cool beer wagon, that one. Nice design on it. I really like that one. That's very cool. Sort of old school. It looks kind of 80s advertisement style. Okay, so these are, wow, this says Lilliput on it. And again, many of these didn't have boxes, so I know Herb was just fitting in what he could. But if these are Lilliput, it makes the first things by Lilliput I've ever owned. And it's basically containers. Whoops, something came out with that. Or, I'm sorry, these look more like they would be truck. And I've got trucks these would go with. But, yeah, the Süddeutsche Zeitung. and the Hurzu, which is still around. Definitely a different logo than I'm used to, but yeah. So these would go on, and I'm just trying to figure out exactly how this would, like that. Okay, I got it now. Ta-da. Those are cool. I can't tell you exactly what they are, but if they are indeed Lilliputs, now these are kind of in here differently, so they may not be Lilliput. Let me see if it says on the bottom who they are. Oh, they're Roco. Okay, so I was excited that I had Lilliput. Instead, I'm excited they're Roco. But there they are. Very cool. But those look like things you'd load on the back of like a Lastwagen, sort of like smaller semi-trucks. All right, let's just keep going through the beer cars. Paul Honor. Oh, the Galeria Kaufhaus on Marienplatz. That's still there. At least when I was last in Munich in 2019. Did we go to Munich in 2023? But very cool. I like that one a lot. Especially when it's a place I've been. So this apparently is a set of cars showing sites, I think, around Munich. This one, okay, that says it's on the site. It says it's in conjunction with Hertie, but again, I don't know if that goes with the box. It's just, but yeah, yep. Okay, that's the Hertie store. Oh, here's a cool one. Märklin Exclusive. Oktoberfest beer. Oh, that's a cool wagon. I like that. I don't. Again, I'll have to put a picture up. But that's the horses pulling the beer, barrels. Very cool. I like that one a lot. That's gonna go up there. Bierbrauerei Thomasbräu. Thomasbräu zum München. Thomasbräu. Okay. Very cool. Wow, I could run. Obviously, this was a cool series of cars he was collecting, but cars celebrating Oktoberfest. And again, I know that's not showing up in the video. But yeah, it's just another cool Oktoberfest. This one, 1994. So I assume each of these cars I hadn't really noticed till that one clearly had the day. It was like the official emblem of each Oktoberfest. And in some ways, there's like two other things I would have to have on a reefer wagon, a refrigerator car, besides beer. One of them has to be Milka. Milka is a mainstream German chocolate. All kinds of things. They own all kinds. So that's. I can guarantee at least two of my kids would love to have that car just because it says Milka on it. Not that it's train related. Oh my, that's pretty. We're going to have to definitely make sure a picture of this one goes up. This might be one of the pure, and this looks more like a brake van, or I don't know. Again, you guys would have to educate me. I'm going to take it out of the box. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, and look at the picture I'll put up instead. But wow, that is beyond striking. I like that. That is such a cool livery, for lack of a better term. That's just wow. And I know in real life these are fictional, that you didn't really see too many of these of cars decorated with the beer thing. It's just sort of a, but I don't know about this one. That's just so cool. If there wasn't a real one that this is based on, there needs to be. That is such a beautiful piece. Wow, that one's going to get some running. Anytime I run a beer train, this guy's going to go on. There's no doubt about that. Did I even say what beer it was? That's Hofbräu, which is the official royal beer. And to be honest, if I don't offend anybody, I've had Hofbräu, and it wasn't my favorite beer I've had down in Munich and in Bavaria. It's okay, and better than anything American, but it wasn't my favorite. Okay, and another Löwenbräu, very cool looking one. But yeah, I'm gonna sound down after that. That was just pretty. Whatever type of car you would call that. Okay, gotta have another Spattens. Spattens is everywhere. Do I have this one? It doesn't matter. I've got it now for sure. That's sharp. I think that one is showing up on camera. That's nice. That's cool. But I'm just still stuck on the Hofbräu. That's wow, was that pretty. Any other beer specifically? Is this one a beer? Nope, it's another soap one. It's a Purcell's. So kind of cool, but it's in the exact same car. This is traditional when Märklin did collector cars, whether it was soap cars or corporate cars. They're kind of like a reefer, but this is the exact same car they do all the beer wagons with. And that's not a criticism. That's just, it's just something. It makes it easy to do, right? You can do all sorts of bits with it. Okay, some things that don't seem, but I have got a car that matches this. That is an end of train car. So this is just another. It's a Deutsche Bahn. It's just it's a standard little thing, but it looks identical to the one I have. That's an end of train car that even has the end of train light on it. So this would go nicely with it, and we'll see if we get a couple others with that. Oh, one of the boxes dropped. The entire coupling mount. It's not from this one, but I've got spares, so I will have to go through these and see. But that was a closed box. There's that one. But yeah, here is another one, and this is also an end of train one. This one lights up. This one lights up. So that's another end of train one. Very cool. It's got the lantern on the side though. The one I have that I run with my beer train, the lantern's on the back. This one has it on the side and maybe on the back as well, but I'm not going to take it out right now. But very cool. It's these eras that I already showed that one, but I didn't set it down. Another short gondola, so this is really fantastic. I got a nice gondola consist now that you can put whatever you'd put in gondolas. Okay, these two just show to be Personenwagen, so but it's not. That's going to sound like I'm being critical. It's not. It's another Arl tanker. So I've definitely got an old Era 4 freight train I can put together out of all this. So quite exciting. Very cool. So I got to remember, I know not a lot of these are in their boxes. So, like on here, it's a Märklin. It says Personenwagen as that one did, but then when I took it out, it's a tanker. And this one, I think, is the same. Yep. Bayernland, the land of Bavaria. Bayern country, you could even translate that as. But I believe Bayernland was milk, wasn't it? So that was box 2. A lot of rolling stock. A lot of rolling stock. But very cool. I mean, some of these beer wagons are very cool. I've got so many cool looking beer wagons. I could run, like, all 6 trains would be beer wagon trains. And maybe I'll do that some special someday. I'm sure people would be bored with it, but I think that would be really cool. Or beer wagons and soap. An entire Purcell train. Persil. But that's this group. So again, very, very happy with what's in there. Okay, so that was box 2. More beer wagons, more freight, a couple of locomotives, a lot of cool stuff. I'm right now I'm already overwhelmed because 2 boxes, dozens of pieces of rolling stock and some cool and classic locomotives, the little shunters, and already my brain is already, wait, what was in box 1 and what did I just show you in box 2? And it was just a couple of minutes ago. I'm sort of already, and we've got box 3 to go. So on that note, I'm going to say I'll be right back Got to move the camera back, but I'm trying to give live reactions here, and I'm just, yeah. So in a few minutes from now for me, day or two later for you, I'll be doing Choose and happy trains. Take care, everybody.